Hello, this is James the Urban Gardener, back for another episode. It's been raining here for 2 days, and it's the first day that it stopped raining. Ground is starting to dry out, but it's been very beneficial. We had a lot of rain, and it'll help our water table a lot. But I thought I'd just show you around. This is the path that I'm building. I've been doing it over a few weeks because it's a really boring job. It doesn't involve growing things, and that's more of my passion. But I had all these rocks lying around, and I thought I'd utilize them, make a natural bed, a natural path I should say. Been digging up the ground, putting them in, putting soil around it. I'm not using any sand or anything like a normal construction of a path would be done, but it's coming to look pretty good. This is stuff I did a few weeks ago, and it's starting to look really natural. It's a large container I'm going to fill with these oak leaves. Had a lot of these oak leaves drop from these live oaks, and they've been deteriorating and composting down. And now I'm going to move them and take them into my vegetable growing area and put them between the beds. You can put them on the bed itself, but I prefer to have them more composted to do that. So what I'll do is I'll just sort of shovel them up once they've composted down even more. It's kind of like transplanting, but with compost. So over here, got my dilapidated grill. I'll do wonders with chicken with that. Gonna make some tonight, I think. This over here is the cilantro. It's absolutely delicious with a lot of the Mexican food that we eat. Swiss chard, looking good. Actually really good, because I think the aphid problem I had is completely eradicated because of the ladybugs that I have, and I covered that in my last video, actually my first video. So here is a eggplant, in fact 2 of them, and these tomatoes are special hybrid tops with rootstock bottoms, and they were grafted. John Dromgoole, who is one of my favourite things to listen to on the weekend, he has the longest talk show, gardening show in America, and he highly recommends these. He grew them last year and the year before, trying to make sure that they were a good thing to recommend, and apparently they did really well. So Mighty Mater it's called. This one's going to have a San Marzano tomato, which apparently is a really nice peeled plum type tomato. And then I also have purple tomatoes that I'm looking forward to. It's my dog who's barking at some poor guy running by. Over here is the onion bed. This is celery, and the celery actually was growing on its own. I didn't plant it. It's from seeds that dropped from the celery that went to seed last year. In the back there's some more tomatoes. This is my 3 sisters bed. 3 sisters beds are basically corn, beans and squash or zucchini, and I'm using it for the first time like this. I'm hoping that it's successful, but I'll do a video on this as well. It's basically going to have the corn grow. This corn over here is going to grow up pretty high. The beans will grow up it and be supported by it, and the zucchini and the squash is going to shade the soil and keep it cooler so that it can grow better. Gets absolutely bloody boiling hot here. Be like 100 degrees Fahrenheit and 35 degrees centigrade here. And you have to have mulch, yeah, and I'm going to do shade cloth on these poles that I've done some netting, and then I'm going to put shade cloth on there later in the summer. Well, not even later in the summer, later in the spring. It gets so hot here. My peas here that I grew, which is growing pretty nicely, just planted them a week or so ago. Got carrots, there's some spinach on this side here, and then beets over here. The beets are growing nicely, and they're delicious in a salad if you just take the baby tops and use those as a salad green with the rest of your salad mix. It's very, very good. So got some salad mix here. Really enjoy it. This bed's going to be flowers that are going to be hopefully bringing in lots and lots of insects that are going to be pollinating everything. This is part of my fencing that I'm doing. Over here, this is the kale. I'm going to be planting that on the next weekend. I'm actually going to be pulling up a lot of this spinach that's looking pretty ratty right now and plant it as a... I'm going to plant the kale in with the strawberries because it's a real beneficial. So wait for that plane to go. You can see here, see if I can get out of the... I've got multiple ladybugs. Wonderful. You can see 6 just on the surface there. More tomatoes and marigolds. These marigolds really help. They're very, very good for discouraging a lot of insects from coming and messing with your tomato plants. Marigolds, if you grow them all over the garden, it will be beneficial, and you should seriously think about growing hundreds and hundreds of marigolds. I've got a whole pot of marigolds there. I'm going to transplant them as they get bigger. I'm going to put them all over the place. Anyway, so that's a little tour. I'll be doing some more informative videos. I'm going to be doing a compost tea video for sure, because compost tea is one of the things that helps you get Swiss chard that looks like this. The Swiss chard actually has really benefited from the beneficial insects and the compost tea. And the compost tea actually gives a little seal on them, I think, and helps them get rid of a lot of the bugs that try and bother them. Alright, so that's it for today. You take care.